Good afternoon. I have a little update. Well, I can't call it an update because I really haven't told you about it yet. But remember that tractor I've been using for the past couple of weeks? Little red one, it's an International. We ran into some problems today. My radiator started leaking and I thought, well, I'll just take it apart and send it in to get it fixed. Well, let's see what happened with that. So here we are. You would think, well, this is simple enough. That's where the radiator goes. Well, as I was looking under the hood, I noticed something was wrong with the exhaust manifold. It looks like someone has done some repair work on this thing and did a really bad job. I think it was someone who was trying to stick weld this back together. The rest of the parts are over there in the under the cover. So let's go take a quick look at that. So here's the radiator. It's in fairly good shape, considering how old this tractor is. I don't think this is the original radiator, but it could be. Yeah, I won't be fixing this. And I'll tell you, you know what? It's not going to be that easy to get off. Hold on. I'm telling you, the struggle is real. What you're looking at now is the spot that I found, and in this photo is a close-up of the outside of the brake. And this is a view of the inside, and you can see the light coming through. And this photo is a lot better. I thought you may want to see this too. That's the other side of the exhaust manifold. Needs to say that. Yeah. Another problem with this thing, I mean, I can just go on. Just by taking the hood off of this really brought up some serious issues. There's quite a bit of cleaning I'm going to have to do in here. I don't know when it was last cleaned. Again, my plan was to do this sometime in late fall. I didn't want to do it now. I've got too much going on. The crank shaft, I think this is called the crankshaft exhaust or vent. Yeah, that looks great. That needs serious cleaning. I don't know about air filtration. I mean, I would guess that's what this part is. It should be the air filtration, so I need to really open this up and take a look at it. This part, which I probably won't be good off with one hand. Let's see. There we go. So that's nothing but to keep large particles out of your system. But to make it real fun, again, when I took the hood off, that whole section just fell off. So I'm going to have to redo that. It goes into this pipe here. No, sorry, that's the exhaust. The air comes from the top into here. And this is where all your carburation and things like that happen. It would be a good idea to clean some of this up too. So this tractor was originally diesel. I just found that out a couple of days ago. So there's a lot of weird things happening on here, like the wiring. You can see here, well, I think this is okay, but this wire is pretty crusty. I'm really going to have to pull that out and get some new shielding for it. Some of it doesn't even have any shielding on. There you go. There's a happy little wire hanging off there, which I'm sure was part of the old diesel system. So that this thing works. But oh look, well, it's green. Does that mean it's ground? I would guess. We had to trace that. See where that goes. Crusty. Ooh, that doesn't feel good. Oh, looky there. It's a little bit of. Looks like some of that wire is stripped. Yeah, we're got to get that fixed up. There's a better look at that. The dark bits. Anyway, so that means I'm also going to have to take that manifold off of there. If I weld it, I'll still have to take it off of there. but I don't think that's going to be a good idea to weld that. I am going to call a friend who works on tractors a lot. He knows my capabilities. I may call a couple other friends who don't know I weld, but that's okay. I just want to get their opinion on this, see what I should do with that. But the main thing was the radiator. Other than that, we've got some braking problems I need to work on. The spring for this is for my, well, most people call it the emergency brake, but this locks the brake. Right now, it's just kind of blowing in the breeze there. No spring on that, no spring on this one. So this just, yeah, it just bounces away. Not something I like. It should be like this in this position when you're driving. So then when you do need to put on the brakes, you can bring it down, and then you can lock your brakes by mashing this other pedal. This can be uncoupled. See there? See, now that is working as it should. And then you push your brake down right at the moment to keep this thing from rolling back. And I didn't have anything to put under the wheels. I just let the trailer hold the tractor in place. That's been a problem. I knew it was going to be a problem. I've only had this again for about 2 weeks. The last problem I found, and this may not be a problem yet. I cleaned all this. This was perfectly dry. And I see that there's a lot of oil. It's got to be coming from the transmission, not transmission, but the, oh, I forgot what you call it. Anyway, the particular fluid you put in here. This is where all your gearing is for your PTO and for your wheel drives and everything. It all goes into there. And there's a, I got to get the manual for this particular tractor. There's a few things on here. I don't know what they do yet, but there's a plug there. And there's another plug somewhere in here, and I can't find it right now. I'll have to look for it again. But anyway, this one seems to be leaking. Not a big deal. It's not leaking a lot. I cleaned this 2 weeks ago, and it's not really that bad. So there's a little bit of oil back in there. So I got to see where that's coming from. Not sure yet. But that's been a interesting day. I really didn't want to bother this today, but being that one of the brothers came down and was wanting to help me with the radiator, and then we found all these other problems, yeah, might as well go ahead and do it all now. So I guess this is a new series that I'll be doing. One thing I'll warn you about right now, if you're actually going to start at the beginning, which I'll suggest in every video, is that every screw that I took off of this thing was different. So you would think there's a bracket there, there's a bracket there, it's the same screw. No, it's different. Then there were 2 screws. Let's get this to go down, it'd be nice. There were 2 screws here, here, different. There was a screw there, different, but I expect that to be different. It's just one, fine. But yeah, the screws on top to hold the lid on, they were all different. So what I do when I'm working on something is I put the screws back. So you can see here, I put this one back in, I put that one back in. That way I don't have to put them in little buckets. So everywhere where I can, I always put the screws back, and then I won't lose them. And before, if I have to move this thing, I'll tighten those up a little bit so they don't fall. You can see there I've done the same here and here and many other places where I've done that. And the rest of the goods are back here. So this was the air intake. And as usual, yeah, that's why that fell off. So there we go. I'm gonna have to do some work on that too. And then I figured, since I've got the whole thing loose, no reason to bring it up. You can tell. I'm gonna do some unbending and some welding, some firming up on this. Get this nice and hard and straightened up too. Might as well. There's the grill that goes in the front of the tractor under this. And just to make my day, I said I was going to replace the light. Well, when we took this off, there's no wire. So the lights don't work anyway. So I've got to make a decision on this. Do I want to get the lights working? And if I do, that also means that I'm probably going to have to do some work on this dash. I don't know what this is yet. I'm going to assume this was for the lights, but there's too many clicks on there. I mean, it's one light. It looks like there may have been a light there, but I don't see anything on the other side, so I don't know what that was. Yes, actually, there it is. I see it now. There's the backlight, and there's actually a wire going somewhere. I don't know where, but there's a wire. But anyway, obviously, this battery wire does not need to be flowing where it does. Oh, look, there's some wire there, so I need to reroute some of that better. Look, there's a channel here. That's probably where it should go. So I need to get that done. The PTO engagement is not working properly. It does engage PTO, but as you can see, there are these holes that this is supposed to slide out and then slide into lock. It doesn't do that. So I'm constantly hitting that and turning the PTO on. It doesn't hurt anything, but also I don't want the PTO just sit. So that's it for now. I should have an update here real soon of the fixing of the radiator, and then I'll move to the exhaust manifold. Until then, God bless and have a wonderful day.